Well, Alfie Best has been on this show before. He's chairman of the mobile home park firm Wildcrest Parks, and we've talked about whether park homes are a future, etc. But there's been a film made about him, a documentary called Gypsy Billionaire. Have a look at this clip.
I genuinely believe that it is the solution to affordable housing. Not could be, not would be, is the solution to affordable housing.
And I said to my mum, I think it's a great thing. There's a community.
No stamp duty, no land registry fee.
No stamp duty?
No.
What we're providing is the answer.
The perception of gypsies is liars, tramps and thieves.
We just got abused all the time for being who we was.
For the gypsy culture, he's wonderful, really.
I'm not the smartest man in the book. If anything, I'm on the last page, but I'm on the first page when it comes to work ethic.
Well, this film, this documentary, it premiered at Cannes, and now it seems to be doing unbelievably well on Amazon Prime Video. I shouldn't laugh, Alfie.
No.
I shouldn't laugh. But, I mean, what's going on is unbelievable.
Well, it's trending second next to Taylor Swift as the Gypsy Billionaire. So, you know, who'd have ever thought it? Let's be honest. But I must confess, I'm laughing with joy. But It shows there's potentially something that people are grasping onto. Maybe there's a little bit of a feel-good factor that we all need.
Yeah, I mean, your story is quite a story. You know, you were born into genuine poverty on the side of a road, I think, if I remember rightly.
Well, my mum and dad like cars and trucks.
And you've gone on to have this, well, you're now a very, very wealthy man. But what I think the film also does show is it's not all been plain sailing. What I was interested in was the bit where there was and it's funny, isn't it? This word gypsy, you sometimes say, oh, don't say gypsy, it's a derogatory term. But you've kind of trying to make the word respectable again, aren't you?
Look, I just think, look, we're born where we are in life. We have to accept that and then go on from it. For me, I am a gypsy. You know, just because a cow is born in a stable doesn't make it a horse.
Yeah, no. And one of the stories I liked in the film was this Nelson Clark, a gypsy who'd done well, had a Rolls Royce, and he seems to have been something of an inspiration for you.
He was an aspiration. But, you know, he was the first gypsy that I ever saw that owned a Rolls Royce. And, you know, a Rolls Royce is something that carries aspiration. And it's British through and through. Maybe not now, but it certainly was then. And for me, I think those things make us British and make us great.
So was that the first moment you thought, this is it, I can do this. If he can do it, I can do it?
I believe anybody can achieve any of their goals. It doesn't matter where you are, who you are, where you're from. If you're prepared to put the effort in, you know, a dripping tap will cut a stone left long enough.
Which means you've got to work at it. You've got to keep going. You never, ever give up. But Alfie, also, you know, it's not all been plain sailing, has it? You had a really bad time financially at one point.
I nearly went broke to the point where I had a murmur, collapsed across my desk at 20. But what I would say is, like, the need to survive and thrive, luckily, was inbuilt in me. A little bit like the jungle, Nige.
Well, yeah, the jungle was tough, but it was only 23 nights. You've had to keep fighting for decades and decades and decades. Well, it's a great testament, you know, to your life. This film has been made. It's doing incredibly well. You're obviously thrilled. You can scarcely believe it, really, can you? I'm
going to be honest with you. I didn't think it was going to get anywhere. I thought, you know, let's be honest with you. You know, I don't know who I expect's going to watch me. But, you know, for whatever people are taking from it, I can only say thank you.
Well, do you know what? I cover the news agenda here every day, and most stories, not all, but most stories are about aggro, war, depression, and maybe that's one of the reasons that it's working, that it is a great story, it's a happy story. So, Alfie, final thought, what next?
World domination for the mobile home park industry.
The trouble is, folks, I think he might actually mean it.
I do.
Alfie, pleasure to have you on again. And well done. Great story.
Thank you.